Am I wrong for refusing to meet my grandchild without my wife present? I, 56 male, have a daughter, 24F, who had her first baby 8 months ago and who I have not met yet. My daughter's mother died just over a decade ago and I met my now wife within a year. Since then, my daughter and wife have had a very strained relationship. I think it comes down to the fact that my wife was a som to my daughter and her son from a previous relationship, so she was very involved in the parenting of my daughter, which I don't think she liked. My daughter has disrespected my wife and her authority many times over the years. We ended up kicking her out of the home a week after her 18th birthday due to the fact that my wife wanted her to take the pill, over fears of her getting pregnant, and she refused. My daughter said she was an adult and didn't want her body to be controlled despite us acting in her best interests. I believe after that she stayed with some friends before meeting her boyfriend and moving in with him. I have had limited contact with my daughter since she turned 18 and she has zero contact with my wife. When we found out my daughter was pregnant, my wife was so excited and bought clothes and other gifts for the baby and sent them in the mail. We received no thanks from my daughter. 2 weeks before the baby was born, I contacted her and told her that my wife and I would come down and help her with the baby after it was born. My daughter refused our help and said she would only be comfortable if I came. My wife was very upset and felt excluded and said my daughter was being rude, especially after she had bought gifts for the baby. I told my daughter I would not come unless my wife was present, to which my daughter replied that it was my decision to make as she had made her boundary clear. After this conversation we did not speak for many months. A month ago, I texted my daughter and asked if she wanted to come and stay with her aunt who lives nearby, hoping it would open the door for me and my wife to meet the baby. She said she wouldn't be comfortable with that, but that she would be happy for me to come alone to meet the baby. I reiterated that I would not come if she excluded my wife. She then said that she did not want my wife in her or her baby's life and that my wife had emotionally abused her as a teenager. I think this is a horrible accusation which I do not believe to be true. She also accused me of failing to support her or protect her from my wife. I do not know what I would have been protecting her from as my wife is very kind to my daughter. I have not spoken to my daughter since then and have given up hope that things will ever change. I feel my daughter has put me in an impossible situation where I am forced to choose between my wife and her. I want to remain loyal to my wife and I resent my daughter for putting me in this position. I don't understand why she can't just move on and include my wife in this happy time of her life.